Good day and welcome to the news. These are the major stories making headlines across Nigeria today. Dust on meal tables. Experts reveal hidden dangers of Nigeria's roadside drying culture. 2027. Nigerians want competence, not zoning. Nigeria wouldn't miss 2026 World Cup under me. Stay with us as we bring you the full details of these stories.
First headline details. Dust on meal tables. Experts reveal hidden dangers of Nigeria's roadside drying culture. Across Nigeria, it's common to see crops like cassava, maize, rice, beans, pepper seeds, and melon laid out to dry in the sun right beside busy roads, but experts say this traditional practice comes with hidden health risks. Health and environmental specialists warn that food left to dry beside highways can easily pick up dust, vehicle pollutants like carbon and heavy metals from exhaust and tires, animal waste, bacteria, and fungi. These contaminants aren't fully washed off later, meaning they can get into food that people eventually eat. Animals such as goats and chickens often walk over the drying crops, further introducing microbes and parasites, while molds that grow in damp grains can produce aflatoxins, a toxin linked to serious illnesses like liver cancer and immune suppression.
Traders and processors also complain that dust and stones blown by passing vehicles can spoil grains, reduce market value, and when ingested, cause intestinal injuries or chronic stomach infections. Health workers note that exhaust fumes, insects, and rodents compound the risks, and community clinics see frequent cases of diarrhea, worm infections, and food poisoning linked to unsafe drying practices. Some state health authorities and community groups are beginning to push for alternatives like covered drying platforms, tarps, raised racks, and solar dryers, and are sensitizing farmers to the dangers. But without widespread infrastructure and training, the practice continues and silently undermines food safety and public health nationwide. Second headline details. 2027, Nigerians want competence, not zoning. Dr. Gbenga Olawepo-Hashim, a presidential contender from the People's Democratic Party, PDP, has strongly criticized talk of zoning and regional power rotation as Nigeria approaches the 2027 general elections. He argues that such debates, especially when pushed by political aides aligned with the ruling party, are divisive and distract from the real problems facing the country: economic hardship, security challenges, and governance failures. In a statement, he dismissed narratives about a north-south power balance as a tactic to avoid accountability and said Nigerians aren't interested in where a future president comes from. Instead, he insisted voters want a competent leader who can revive the economy, protect lives and property, and unify the nation. He also reminded critics that since the return to democracy in 1999, both major regions have had opportunities to lead, so leadership failure isn't a regional problem, but one of performance. Olawepo-Hashim's message underscores a push for issue-based politics and a rejection of ethnic and regional fault lines in Nigeria's political discourse ahead of the 2027 elections. And the last headline details: Nigeria wouldn't miss 2026 World Cup under me. Former Nigeria Football Federation President Amaju Pinnick says he believes the Super Eagles would have qualified for the 2026 FIFA World Cup if he were still leading Nigerian football. Pinnick, who served as NFF president from October 2014 to October 2022, pointed to the expanded World Cup format, which allows up to 10 African teams to qualify for the tournament hosted by the United States, Canada, and Mexico, and said he was surprised Nigeria failed to take advantage of that opportunity. He recalled how, under his leadership, Nigeria qualified for the 2018 World Cup in Russia, despite a very tough group, securing their spot with matches to spare. Pinnick contrasted that with the recent campaign, where the Super Eagles again fell short, having been eliminated by Ghana in the 2022 World Cup playoffs on away goals, and subsequently missing out on 2026 qualification. He insisted that with his experience, Nigeria would have made it this time, given the greater number of qualification slots, and said he took responsibility for past misses while expressing confidence he could have delivered success now. Pinnick's remarks have reignited debate over leadership and strategy in Nigerian football, with fans and analysts reflecting on what changes might be needed as the national team looks to future competitions.
And that brings us to the end of the news. If you found this update helpful, please like this video, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to our channel for timely, accurate news and analysis. Turn on notifications so you never miss an update.